I think we're live.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chick Chat.
Chick Chat. Yeah, well, for now, we're calling it that because
we're chicks.
you don't have to be a chick to be here.
No.
For sure. And if you are here and you want to be a chick, you can be an honorary chick. I'm fine with that, too. Jennifer is in the chat. No Money G's in the chat. Thanks, guys, for coming. Slow day. I got a slow start. I got to admit, I was distracted by the neighbor's tree removal place being in our backyard and making lots of buzzsaw noises and watching men work.
Try to cut their legs off.
Oh, yeah. The one guy almost
did some serious damage to himself.
We were like, ah! Literally, he's trying to cut I think he's trying to level the stump down a little bit, and the chainsaw went and kicked and pulled on his pant leg. So I was like, oh my God, I don't want to see somebody get amputate a limb here. No. Mary's here. Hey, Mary, how you doing? I'm gonna check everything here. So today's topic of discussion, I have a thing to share. This and that. But I have a thing to share, which is really cool. I went to the last day of an estate sale. It was more like a garage sale, but it was in their basement. And I found some really cool stuff. Some old 45s, because the guy had a jukebox, which I really would have loved to have, but
it was huge.
No room. It was huge. It was huge.
And we have a small house.
Exactly. Midwest, Jellin, you coming on, buddy? I sent you the link. If you can, that'd be great. I wanted to show off my really cool find, though. So I'll wait till a few more people get in before I do that. Weekend was pretty semi-productive, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did a little sourcing.
We had that auction Saturday night. So we got the invoices out, and we got the some of the stuff packed up and shipped already, and some we're still waiting on. So that's cool. Oh, Lurkin Dave. Yeah, that's possible. Sometimes he's too busy to come on. That's okay. And
Dave's very popular.
Yeah, he is. I call him Big Swinging Dave, just because I make him. It's an affirmation. It makes him feel better. I don't know. Anyway, and Dee, I know, is not going to be here because she said she's going to the booth. So that's cool. That's what these breaks are for her. Let her get that other stuff done. I want to show you something weird, though. Okay. I picked this up in a lot of auction items. It's a massager, theoretically. But you think, okay, that's just advertising, right? That's just for the box. But nope. It's on the item as well. What the heck? I just thought that was funny. Have to lurk only, says Dave. Oh, well. That's okay. All right. So it's behind you, my big thing. So went to this estate sale, and
allow me.
So here's this. Anybody know what that is? That is 100 cassette crate, and I think it's on your side. Napa Valley Box Company. Okay. So the reason this is such a cool thing is because, number one, they don't make them anymore. Number two, people really like them. And number three, they're going for 60 plus shipping all day long, right? I walked into this place, and first of all, I bought the 45s that they had left. And then I walk around the corner in this old basement, and sitting there stacked against the wall were 9 of these things, right? And I'm like, ooh, cool. How much are those? Because they didn't have a price on them. And they said, well, we're asking 8 for them, but I'll give them to you for $3 a piece. I'm like, sold. I'll take them. So I pulled them all out. And so that's a pretty good find. And it's a bolo if you do see them. They're a little bit of a pain to ship because they're like 18 by 24 by 5 or whatever. But
they're not terribly heavy, but
they're not heavy,
bulky.
Dimensionally speaking, you got to make sure you're going to either do calculated shipping, but if you're going to include shipping, include enough money for it. Some places it could be a $20+ ship. So, but I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, she filled up the car with those.
I did. There was 9 of them. 9. I'm not
Probably
going
a
to
good
say
thing
no.
I didn't go because there probably wouldn't have been room for me.
No, the front seat was a little occupied as well, I got to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. Anyway, what can I say? You see a deal, you grab it. What else did I get? I got, like I said, a lot of 45s, a whole tub full of 45s.
Well, they filled up 2 paper grocery bags.
Yeah, so basically a tub.
Which
and
we had to undo because they were falling all over the
paper
car.
bags don't store heavy things well. Don't know what that's about. And then I got a shelf for down here in the basement to help us with our organization. Yeah, quote unquote. And what else did I get?
Dee just said Linda's test was negative for COVID.
Yes.
Yes.
Now they got to figure out what.
That's really good news, Dee.
Congrats, Dee, on that. And
tell Linda, yay, and to get better soon.
And now they need to figure out what they can do to make her feel better because she's still feeling like crap. But at least it's not COVID, which is good.
Yeah.
Good. So, we did a bit of a dumpster dive. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Someone we know, they're cleaning out her mother's stuff, and she used to be an antique dealer, and they don't really want an estate sale. They don't want to do a garage sale. So they're basically putting it out, and you can go there. And so we did because we know her.
And she suffered probably from dementia.
I think she's still alive.
She's still alive?
I don't think we should talk about her.
Well, she's still suffering from still suffering from dementia. So she got to the point where she was just kind of accumulating stuff and hoarding stuff, and she wasn't dealing anymore. She wasn't selling anymore. So the house got kind of overrun and a little bit, I don't know, toxic.
She filled up rooms. She may have been losing her memory, but she didn't forget how to buy things. So,
no, and that's
according to our friend. And so
I like to think that I will also not forget.
Wore a mask and dumpster dived and whatnot, and found some dishes, old dishes from the 50s.
Yep.
And odds and ends. We'd show you, but we have to clean everything first.
Yeah, it's definitely you need to clean that stuff up before you bring in the house situation.
Wear gloves. Excuse me.
But they had only cleaned out they've only started to clean out 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Their dumps, this was like a big
one of those
walk-in, the backside dumpsters, big ones. And it was more than half full. I mean, it was almost full.
Yeah.
3/4 full maybe. And people were pulling things out, but there was just so much stuff. And but we got some really cool dishes. I've got a interactive Winnie the Pooh, which I think hooks to an older computer.
But it rained too overnight.
Yeah,
so we're not sure if Winnie was rained on.
I need a project.
Dawn found how many of those cassette holders?
9.
9 Napa Valley 100. They hold 100. Yeah. It scrolled up
already. Yeah, well, that was at that estate sale. It was 9 of those puppies for $3 a piece. So I'm happy about that.
And hi to everybody that's coming in.
Yeah. So we got
Westside Gary, KJ, and Larry, and
KJ Neubauer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else am I missing here? Because things are scrolling pretty quickly.
You guys chat fast.
Moronic Pest is here. Okay. Well, they're fast chatters. They're used to it. They're
the good people. Lisa's here now.
Yeah, they're professional chatters. They know.
I know.
They're good.
I have to hone up my typing skills and my chatting skills because I'm a little slow at it.
Type.
And over the weekend, we got a call from the Antique Mall where we have our booth.
That was a good sale.
I've had a mid-century large.
Oh,
would be a pain in the butt to ship.
You don't have a picture of that, right?
No.
I'm sorry, I can't show you a picture of it, but it was big.
I got it. We tend to be like thrifty buyers of things. So do we really want to pay $20 for this kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
And I bought this at an auction, and it was an online auction, and it was sight unseen, but they had put in the wrong name or something, or misspelled
the artist name. Yeah,
the artist name.
Do you remember the artist name so people can know to look for this artist? We're gonna brag, but we're not gonna give you any information. That's basically how that works. I'm sorry.
It's not something I would personally hang in my house, but that
It was kind of
obviously does not matter when you're selling things. And so I did my research online. I bid it up to $60.
yeah.
And we sold it for a pretty good chunk of change. The reason they call is because we are willing to entertain offers on things, especially higher price things. And so this is one of the reasons we are nice to the people who work behind the desk, who are also have booths in the mall. And so they called the lady. So I had to go back and forth a couple times, but yeah, we sold it and definitely made rent this month.
Yeah, and a little on the
and then some
on top.
So that was and I was at the vet with one of our cats, and because they're doing curbside, so I'm on my phone.
Here, take my
trying to take care of this phone call and waiting for the call from the vet to see how the cat's doing and blah blah blah. So I couldn't wait to get home to tell Dawn that, guess what, honey?
So okay, she doesn't have the name of the artist. It's bigger than the crates, right? It was larger than those crates, probably by another a couple feet, right? That the picture.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
Picture a brown and maybe yellow, more like 70s colors, brown, orange.
Oh, it was yellow, definitely mid-century.
Yellow, abstract painting, and it looked.
You entertain. I'll be right back.
Okay, she's gonna go off and
because I think I know where I've got the name.
See, and it would be helpful. All right, I'll scoot over a little bit. So,
don't take up the space.
Don't take up the space. Ugly. They say ugly sells. This thing I did not find attractive. I would not have hung it in my home, but somebody wanted it, and that's where you go. Somebody will want this, right? But it was not the best. I mean, it was mid-century abstract artist. She's going to pull the name for me, so she's going to go do that. What's going on out here? Lurked the entire auction Saturday, ready to pounce if I saw something I couldn't live without. Maybe next time. No worries. That's what you do. Sometimes you just do that. Debugging virtual machine and got lost. Switched over to support 2 hip checks. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, debug the... That's not fun. Oh, here she comes now. Did you find it?
Yeah.
I wish we had a picture of it. Pictures really speak volumes. Well, next time we'll do this. We'll have some kind of picture of the thing that sold so well.
All right. It was
mid-century abstract painting. Oh, wow. Okay.
So
you can just show the whole card if you want. Just show the whole card. No? Okay. That's it.
So
write this down.
That's her name. I think it's a her. Or it could be a guy. I'm not sure.
J. Benjamin. Now, is the 1924 to 2009?
That person. Oh, it was a she. She went by. She often signed her paintings Etta or Chen, Cien.
Oh, okay.
And they aren't titled or named.
Okay.
But rather have a number or numbers written on the back.
And just it was definitely abstract, so for sure.
So yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer. Like you said, Jennifer, the mechanic. Calling her the mechanic. Give her a wrench. She works wonders. She's been sharing us out as well. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it. For sure. So yeah, we got, made a good sale on that. And we sat on that was a long tail. That was probably about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it was just
because I listed it at the beginning of last year.
So yeah, and if you got we had plenty of wall space in our booth. In fact, we didn't even hang it. We just set it up on our glass case that was up against the wall. And it sat there for a while. I scored a 48-star flag this weekend. Cool, Dave.
Nice.
That's nice. Dave and I we're going to have to go sourcing together, Dave, when this pandemic.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, should be. Hey, find some good stuff. And not everybody's after the same thing.
No.
Like, Dave,
True.
Would you have picked up those crates?
Oh, that was my competitive nature.
Dave might not have picked up those crates because, they're big and bulky and you have to ship them. But we're gonna put one in the booth too, because they sell. They just sell. People with cassettes, people want to hang those on the wall to show off their massive cassette collection or whatever. And it's better than having your cassettes in boxes, right?
Yeah. Or stored in a drawer or
exactly.
something. So what else? Yeah, we went to the booth yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Just added a couple things.
Yep.
Slow start to the month, but then of course it was only the 3rd yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we had 2 days of sales.
So
we did sell something in those 2 days, so that's a plus. What else did we do? It's been pretty productive yet busy weekend. I didn't get any listings done though, so accountability is shot for that.
Well,
but I did get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but like
drafted.
I told you, is that you still have to go out and source. So that's still
true.
Working for the money, basically, and like going to our friend's house, mom's house, and getting stuff.
True. And we're gonna go back to the dumpster place or right tomorrow.
Yeah, I think
we'll
tomorrow, if she's available, we will.
If she's
So, who else is here?
Don might have wanted the
Borderline. Mr. Borderline's here. Orderish, or is that a girl?
That's Kimmy.
Oh, hi, Kimmy. Sorry, Kimmy. I'm still putting real names to YouTube names.
It's okay.
I'm a little slow on the uptake.
Although, you maybe.
Well, for this, I am. I'm getting there, though. I'm getting there.
Hey, I don't know. I'm lucky I remember my own name. This is how I
do have to remind her on occasion.
So it's like,
kidding.
I'm terrible with names. I totally admit it. I am horrible with names. So if I see you and you know me and I know you and I walk up to you and go, "Hey girl, how you doing?" I forgot your name. If I don't call you by name right away, and most people do this, by the way, so it's not just me. If I say, "Hey man, how you doing?" Cannot for the life of me remember your name. Dude, how are you? Nope. So just be nice and say, "Hey," if you remember my name. If not, it's dude or hey girl. And then turn around and just kind of say your name.
Or just ask.
I could do that. What do you want me to do?
That's how I know she couldn't remember somebody's name from her past job. Is we'd be out at some function or somewhere, and they're like, "Hey, Dawn, how's it going?" She's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Nope, she's not going to introduce me because she can't remember their name."
Or I would turn around and say, "Oh, by the way, this is Mary, my wife." And then they'd say, "Hi, I'm Bob," or something. And, then I'm like, "Yeah, so Bob and I have been working together for this long."
Yeah.
This is why you work at a place with name tags. It's helpful. It's very helpful.
Yeah, but then they didn't give you name tags anymore. They just put it on your ID badge.
Yeah, true. It's not then you have to have the ID badge.
And you got to wear it right,
Got virtual hugs. Kimmy, what's up? How you doing, baby?
Did anybody else get some cool stuff over the weekend? Did you go sourcing?
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah.
We want to know what else people are finding. We don't have a lot of bolos. It's just
today, well, besides these crates.
The crates, the cassette crates are a good bolo.
For sure.
Marie, that is my name. Thank you, Marie. Marie's a very nice name. That was my paternal grandmother's name. So
that's my middle name.
Dude, I don't work on a ranch.
There you go.
Dave.
You
don't know Dawn well enough yet, obviously, because
not
dude is a go-to.
Not the ranch kind of dude, the California surfer kind of dude. How's that? Is that better?
And if I say dude, it's a distinct possibility that I'm using it in the cowboy sense because I actually did work on a ranch for a season.
Yeah, but usually when you say dude, you're like
California kind of dude.
No, you're more admonishing or like what were you thinking kind of thing when you say dude. When you say it.
Really?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Well, okay then.
It's just
dude. Yeah, back at you.
Do you want me to drop the link so people can come by and say hi, or if they want to? I'd love to get Jennifer in here. That would be fun.
Oh no!
What?
They lost your priority tape?
That's not fair. No. How do you lose your own tape?
That's possibly a first.
How do you lose
Post
your
office
own
lost
tape?
their own tape.
It's like the one thing you know where it's coming from and you know who's going to handle it. How do you lose your own tape? Dude. See?
Can I call you bra?
Bruh.
As long as you don't say it insultingly, Dave, then I think she's good.
Bruh. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, what the heck? They're losing tape. I'm telling you, the world's a screwed up place.
So normally, I would order one once a week to increase your odds of receiving them.
Yeah, because that's ridiculous. That's just crazy. I'm gobsmacked. I just can't
there's a word.
Yeah, gobsmacked.
I think we should have like a list of words taped up in front of us that don't get used very often, and then use them appropriately in a conversation,
like
while we're on chat,
kerfuffle, and
so we can be
like
educational at the same time as fun and funny and all that cute, Yeah,
losing free tape, especially tape, because tape is so valuable. It's a sin. Free tape. You can't lose free tape.
Maybe it'll be one of those things that in 20 years it'll show up.
Yeah, and it's rare tape. It's not like everybody has it. I mean, it's hard to get, obviously.
Yeah.
And, not everybody can get it. You can't just walk into your post office and ask for tape. Well, you can, but they probably won't give it to you. Bruh. Okay, what do we got here? Say bruh, bro. My kids say that too. Yeah. That's a thing. It's that way it's not necessarily sexual orientation or sexual representation of the person you're talking to. Dude can be male or female. So
technically it's male. Technically it has, by definition,
what? So I have to say dudette?
Yeah, sure. If you want to be correct about these things.
I don't use dude as often as I used to, so maybe I can just probably not worry about that. Fine, Leanne.
We're fine today, Leanne.
We feel fine. It was a good day.
A little slow start to the morning.
Well, that's because, you wake up to buzzsaws.
Yeah. Our backyard is now shade free.
And it's not our trees they took out. They took out the neighbors' trees, but we live adjacent to these neighbors, and their shade was our, their trees were our shade. So.
And they were big trees. They were old trees, and they took two large maples, 3 maples out, and a pine tree, I believe.
They took a pine tree too.
But the front one, after we drove by, after they had taken down the main part of the trunk,
huge hollow space in the middle of the.
So it probably.
Car salesman
was due.
Call him bro 5 times in one sentence. I didn't buy the car. Obviously, Dave's turnoffs are. Remember this, girls. Okay. Don't call him bro. Broski. That's a good one too, Gary. I like that. Broski. Nice. All right. What do you want to do this week? Let's set some accountability up.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate accountability.
Well,
my accountability is my
You're on
business.
the wrong show. You need to be on. You need to be on Dee's show on Wednesdays and Fridays.
No, that's why she does accountability.
Well, she's not happy about it lately, so she doesn't do it as much as she used to. It used to be about accountability. These days, it's not. I lost my shizzle because I couldn't find him. What?
She woke up thinking her son was there. She had a dream.
Oh, okay.
She woke up and then was in a panic because
he wasn't there.
He was at his dad's, and she thought he was at home.
At least she
forgot what day it was.
At least she didn't put out an Amber Alert. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you've stopped yourself before that, but that's scary. I agree. Good grief. No kidding. Yeah, it's not hard to forget that, where the kids are at any given time. That's why you hear on the radio these, don't forget your kids in the car kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, because people forget.
They do. It's not as hard as you'd think.
Back to accountability.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What are you going to do? Let me put it on you.
Sidetracked. I have a bunch of drafts that I have to finish listing. So that's all the stuff over there. but the photo booth is kind of occupied with auction sales. So when those move, and I can move them, I'm physically able to move them, I will go ahead and list those items that I have in draft right now after I get pictures.
I'm going to do dishes.
I'm good with that too. I don't care. Dishes sound, I mean, hey, it's a goal.
And by dishes, I mean ones we eat off of and the ones we got from this weekend, because
they're pretty dirty.
They're pretty dirty and natty looking right now.
Yeah. But there was some, you got some good.
Yeah. Well, the one pattern from the 1950s,
For
I
sure.
think it is. It's a Starburst pattern on dishes.
Which
and
is
yeah. And I've sold them before, so I kind of knew what I was grabbing.
It was an interesting day. We got there and there were more than just a few people there digging through this dumpster.
There were definitely a couple guys in the dumpster.
There were, yeah, and
tromping around.
There were some very interesting personalities there as well. But they weren't looking at the stuff we were looking at. Hey, Larry. So it's amazing. They're pulling out like what? Pieces and part I mean, like just I don't know what they were pulling out. Some weird stuff. It wasn't necessarily anything of real value.
And it wasn't anything I would have probably grabbed.
Right. But we were looking at, so they're setting aside and tossing the dishes that we were like, hey, wait a minute, look at that. And they had also started to put them out in the yard because they were going to throw them in the dumpster once everybody got out of the dumpster. So,
and some are getting personally close to Dawn, like in her face, talking to her like, hey, look what I got. And Dawn's just like, dude, I have a mask on. Step away.
This one guy was really, a nice enough guy and all, but he's like right here in my face. I've got a mask on trying to socially distance. And he's like, look at this, look at that. And I got all this, he wanted to really tell me about all his stuff. So, and I'm like, dude, I'd like to look and find my own stuff, but thank you. All right. What do we got? Leanne wants
to know country music, very little.
I actually like some because I used to DJ.
Well, little. I said little. I didn't totally negate it.
I'll sit over here now. I like some.
I like some country music. We tend to go more for rock, retro music.
Top 40
maybe
stuff?
I'm just speaking for myself.
I think you're speaking for yourself. I have a very eclectic taste in music. It depends on my mood. So sometimes country, yes. Sometimes techno. Sometimes rap. Sometimes classical. I like swing music, big band music. Did I leave anything out?
No.
Gregorian chants are probably my least favorite, but I have listened to them.
Bagpipes. I think that goes up there with Gregorian chants.
Bagpipes.
You just sold that record. That's
I
what
did. I sold it.
She sold the bagpipes record
for $20. But let's be real. It's definitely a specific genre of music that you have to love.
She found it at a thrift store, I believe.
Yeah. But hey, I'm good.
So sometimes those weird, obscure albums that you think, oh my God, nobody will ever buy this and listen to it. Yeah. That's.
I've sold harmonica music, the bagpipe music. What else? Some like marching band type stuff. Stuff that you really don't think people get into. That's kind of cool. Kimmy likes all kinds of music. Like I said, it depends on your mood,
Money G's going to be a chick today.
Be a chick. Chick up. Honorary chicks are welcome. We need to make some shirts that say honorary chick for the guys. And the girls.
Sure.
Why not?
We can do that.
I haven't gotten into merchandising yet. We haven't done that yet.
No.
Closest I come is those Scotty peelers that some of you've gotten. That's about it.
What else are we going to do this week? We're going to probably go back to our friends and scrounge around for some more free stuff.
Mm-hmm. True. There's usually the records that you don't know that can be the rarest ones or have value, right? You've got to look up everything, really. There's record crates.
Billie Holiday, yeah. Good stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Truly. It depends, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just depends.
You just paused.
I know.
Did you lose your train of thought there?
I was thinking about a record, but then
I need to do a reset?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was right here.
Oh, yeah. The front.
The front.
So I think probably trying to work on the basement a little bit and organize it better.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
That's always a constant.
Yeah.
We're trying to get it so that everything has a place and not on the floor.
Yeah. 'Cause
And
the floor is not a place.
our packing supplies are all located in one general area because we're going to need shelves for the booth so that if we find things that they're not in this season, but maybe closer to Christmas, we want to be able to tag them and bag them basically. And that way, all we got to do is grab and go when it's time. And we're not, because right now we're kind of scrambling, like, oh, we're going to go to the booth on Mondays.
Yeah.
And so then we're like, oh, we got to get this stuff together. So this way it'll motivate us to have stuff ready in bins that we can take and see what's selling. And so there's that.
I think of course, the cleaning out of the garage is a constant challenge.
That kind of ties into the basement getting organized.
True, because then we can start pulling stuff down here, getting it moved around. What are some of your accountability things that you're trying to come up with?
Is anybody accountable? Is anybody in this chat accountable? That's what I want to know.
What's Greg doing? Greg's changing? What? Dress up day. We're not doing dress up day, honey. No. This is it. You get what you get. We're not really dress up girls. But hey, the more the merrier. Bring it. I dropped the link earlier. I'll drop it again.
Sound of Silence by Disturbed.
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Because I love the Sound of Silence.
Well,
Simon and Garfunkel. Is this more like rock?
It's not the same. I'm not going to try to describe it to you.
Is it like a Marilyn Manson genre kind of thing?
Maybe.
Because I might have heard it.
Maybe. I could go pull it up on YouTube, but I think we get a copyright.
No, we don't want to do that.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up after the show. I am the lady that sourced from. Losing my mind. I mean memory. No. Nope. The whiteboard.
My
whiteboard.
You're one of those with a whiteboard.
Those things are handy. But
that was not a criticism.
I prefer my listing counter.
Preschool listing counter. That's about the size for it.
Hey, I gotta get that mounted. We've got so many things to put
puts back on the floor, so obviously it's being used.
But it's right there, so I can get to it. I pull it out, I go click, 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 and then I put it back down.
And I want to list some stuff, and I want to get some more stuff ready for the booth. And if we ever sell that desk in there, we have to figure out.
Oh, and there's a video
in the booth.
The desk the gift that keeps on giving.
The desk that won't sell. So if we sell that, we have to come up with something to put things on because it's a fairly good size roll top. I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah, it is.
It's also a good display piece.
I mean, we put a lot of stuff on it. So it's going to be...
So hopefully they will call us.
We have some crates. They'll call. Trust me, they'll call us. They'll probably call us.
Well, not always.
And they'll shoot off fireworks in the back room.
It depends on who's working the desk. And if a couple of the guys that are working the desk at the booth at the mall see that it's been sold, they will call us and say you have a big empty spot.
Yes, it's true.
But not all of the booth owners call.
A call you want to get from the antique booth that you're at, but you don't want to get that kind of call from, say, your hairdresser. Just a thought.
That was totally random.
I found a big empty spot is not what you want to hear from your hairdresser.
I'm getting that.
Age.
A big empty spot in my head.
Oh, come on.
So, what else are you going to do besides list?
I'm going to tear down this entire desk.
Oh yeah, that's part of the fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Tear down this entire desk, computer, multiple monitors. What is all that?
We call her Techie Girl for a reason.
Turntable, mixing board, webcam. Everything's coming down.
Lights,
action camera, and everything's coming down, and it's going to be put on a bigger table.
Because we realized we don't have enough butt space.
Which I like to call mission control because it's huge. Table.
Yeah. So
huge.
My area, not so big. But we realized that if she's sitting at the desk and one of us is trying to cut fabric or
back here.
behind us,
Like there's
like right there,
like right here. So
all this stuff.
hey,
So
it's
there's
farther back.
that's interesting. So
My head's very small.
We need to move Dawn, but like
small head, it's a big body.
A couple shelves. Excuse me. A couple shelves have to be emptied. A wall has to be painted because it's an outside facing wall and we want to keep the moisture content down to a minimum.
It is painted, but it's not painted with dry lock. So there you go.
Which is not a promotional plug.
Yeah, Gary, lock. I'm sorry. I only got the one webcam, dude. I'll be using it. I just got to put it back where I'm putting. Yeah. Once I get the desk set up.
Yeah, Gary, if we send you the webcam, how are we going to do this show on Tuesdays?
And maybe he doesn't care about that. Well, actually, it is Dave that you need to talk to that webcam because he's the one with multiple webcams. I'm just saying. Dave, step up. There you go. So are you thinking? Let's challenge ourselves. Do you think, with your help, okay, that we could get this all set up by the next show?
Ooh, and she just got a cha-ching.
Just cha-chinged. What did I cha-ching?
No, that's just rude. Looking at your phone while you're talking to people.
They want to know.
To teach you better manners.
Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know why I cha-chinged. Thank you.
So you guys, do you think I accept this challenge? And the problem is, okay, I hate wires. I hate cables. I hate wires. They drive. You sold that pet carrier? Oh my God, that thing has been listed forever. I had that listed forever.
Yes, it's more purple than it looks on camera. Obviously, it is
blue. Purple.
I'm trying to get a good thing where you can see that $14.99 plus shipping.
Yay! We sold it.
It's a fabric pet carrier,
brand new.
Yeah.
So
and I paid like what $3? Well, we hardly. No, was that for your mom?
Everybody wanted to know.
See, I told you that.
And by everybody, I mean 3 of them.
No, well, that's still that's 3 very important views, though. So yeah, I sold the pet carrier.
Oh, Leon, see you later. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye, man.
If I could, I wish I could offer coffee and stuff to people.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Just like
we could sit and you guys go grab coffee real quick or lunch or whatever. Dave's eating his lunch. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it's a lunchtime thing. Lunchtime chat. So yeah, I think we could do it. Do you guys think we could do it? It's a lot of stuff. And again, I've shown you pictures of my desk.
Yeah,
I'll do the wires.
I have a cord phobia.
I'll do the wires.
All right.
I mean, I got to hook it all the way back up anyway. So if we get this out of here, we've got a stereo receiver. I've got a cassette deck. I've got a turntable. I've got a mixing board. I've got some mics. I've got the monitors. I can do all this. I did it before.
She's good at it.
I can do it.
We just have to figure out electrical again.
Yeah, well, there is a few things that'll have to be moved, but we'll make it work. That's why God gave us extension cords.
Shouldn't they all still sitting in there? No money, gee. I have no room to put them up.
He doesn't.
I totally get that.
He doesn't. Okay.
I totally get that.
Yeah, the room factor. I mean, picture the slide puzzles from your youth where you'd have a tile slide puzzle where one tile is missing and you have to slide all these other ones around to get them to organize to make a picture or put the numbers in order or whatever. Our basement is kind of like a 3D version of that, where there is one open spot and you've got all these other things that you have to move around until you can get things where you want them. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, because when Dawn was working full time, I was just selling online. And so things just kind of got piled up in totes and whatnot. I did have it organized to some degree by category and what I was selling on Etsy with inventory numbers, because there's no way I at one point had over 800 listings, close to 1,000. And there's no way you can keep track of everything without inventory numbers.
Yeah.
So I did have one wall lined with shelves. When I had extra money, I'd buy more shelves. And then, so a lot of my inventory is on that, but we also have a lot of stuff that still needs to be listed. Those are on shelves. We have a lot of stuff in totes. So, and then when Dawn started getting back into reselling online more seriously, so kind of became a jumbled mess. And of course, you guys who are resellers know that you go outsourcing, you bring more stuff in. So it seems to basically breed like bunnies.
Okay, no money, G. Bingo. That's exactly. I'm not the only one that has that working arrangement. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, now I got to move all this stuff over so I can pull this stuff out so I can put it in the space that the other stuff was. Yeah. Yep.
Actually, I don't know, Moronic Pest, if you're talking to us, but part of the basement has been painted. We have a tendency to have an issue with moisture down here for some stupid reason. And so it's a 1960s house, early 1960s house. So you're talking a little concrete block basement. And so all the outside walls for sure
concrete block
have to be painted with Drylock or something similar. So yeah, that's part of it.
See, Mary's
never fixed
an electronic device in my life. Watched a YouTube video and fixed my tablet. Yeah. Nice. Saved $300. Yeah. No kidding.
Mary, that's awesome.
That is cool. And yeah, bench fees are horrible. So good on you.
And that's how Dawn's learned a lot of how to do her techie stuff. Is maybe there's a YouTube video about it, and so she watches good YouTube videos and learns how to take things apart and put them back together. Plus, she has an innate desire to do that.
Yeah, I've always done that. When I was a kid, I used to take things apart all the time and put them back together. I mean, that is part of this. And they worked usually, so that was good too. That's okay. It's a matter of I just wash my hands and I can't do a thing with them. Typing, not always easy. Oh, sourcing again.
Is the floor sealed?
Most of it is, yes.
Parts and bits and pieces. There's basically, because it's a ranch house, there's two sides. There's a wall that goes down the middle, and then we're on one side.
Utility side is like washer, hot water heater, furnace, and all that.
And all the cat stuff.
And our business side is on the what we call the dry side. And that is just one long room.
And so, the utility side needed paint on the floor worse than it did on this side. This side has some oil-based paint on the floor, so that seems to be helping a little bit. Our problem is there's micro fissures in the cement, and if we have
the water table goes up, then we have fun. Even the worst one we've had so far since we've been here, like 20 years, right? It got into the dry side. It came up through the floor. The water did, but we had everything on pallets, so we were all right. And that's what we do. We just have everything in tubs or on shelves.
We've learned the hard way.
If you put cardboard boxes on cement, it's gonna wick up moisture no matter how sealed the cement is.
Yeah.
I do a lot of air quotes, I realize. Okay.
I think, you don't realize how.
Nobody G's like 8 security cameras around the place.
Why?
Looking into pepper spray security system. I don't even want to know how that would work.
I don't want to pepper spray my squirrels.
For the back part of the house, they do make and sell them. Pepper spray security system. So if like somebody's trying to break in your house, say it's jarring a window open, it'll spray pepper spray on them. That's pretty messed up. I like it.
Oh,
that's the problem.
Kimmy went thrifting yesterday.
I like it. Oh, cool. The thrift gods were rough. Oh, shelves were empty. A couple of our places are not taking donations right now because they were backlogged with donations, I guess, while they were gone or closed. So they're not taking donations. So yeah, it's kind of like, well, I've seen all this stuff. I'm going to have to move on. Plastic milk crates to elevate things in my basement. That works. Yep. We've used those too. In fact, I had my computer sitting on one for a while just because I wanted it off the floor. 3 cameras. Midwest has 3 cameras. We don't.
Outside or inside, Dave?
Well, that's his own personal issue.
Okay.
How many are in the bedroom, Dave? No, I don't want to know that.
You went there.
I did.
Please forgive her.
I have that problem. Sometimes mouth engages before brain does, and that's what happens. I have a doorbell camera thingy that I got as a free gimme from work back when I actually, worked for the man, and I haven't put it in yet. I really should. Because, porch pirates are a thing, especially if you're going to leave your packages out to be picked up. I want to make sure that they're not getting walked off with.
We haven't, knock on wood.
Yeah, Dave's got 3 cameras as he blows. Yeah, there we go.
Inside 2, out 1.
There you go. We haven't done that yet. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting some cameras up, but prices are insane. That was...
Yeah, I noticed that about our thrift stores
the
too,
products
as
they
they
don't know.
are
Yep.
starting to
Jack the prices
get
up a
closer to
little
retail, and it's like,
bit. Oh, you're talking about like Mosaic?
yeah.
Yeah, that's because they're under new management. You'll find if the new manager comes in, they'll jack the prices up to prove that they can make more money. Where you'd think if they were trying to get rid of stuff, they would drop the prices, but
Yeah.
sometimes retail logic doesn't work in the resale thrift area, I guess.
No, and I know they're trying to raise money, but geez.
Hey, Eagleheart, how you doing? Oh, he's got the Nest system. Dave says he's got the Nest system. Yeah. So we'll see about that.
We have a
We'll
fierce
see.
Shih Tzu, so we don't need a security
Oh yeah,
system.
she'll rip your ankles off.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, she's
Killer.
vicious. She's
Killer
vicious, I
dog.
tell you. Vicious.
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 Show vicious. Where is she?
She's snoring over in her bed.
She's not snoring. She's plotting her next takeover. This dog's always thinking. Always on top. 6 outside, 2 inside, graded from the 4. Upgraded from the 4. I had
And
a
you have
couple
your
more
glasses
area.
on.
Yeah, well, you know, they're not the best glasses. Smart butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we have a plan.
So, what are you guys doing this week? Can we hold you accountable? Do you want to be held accountable? You resellers, you?
Kimmy's dad works for ADT. Good camera hookup in the house. 9 cameras.
Wow.
Jeez, no kidding. It is best to install your own cameras rather than use the security companies. I think if you have the technological whereabouts to do that, yeah, I agree. I'll probably just hook up my own. I mean, I'm definitely going to hook up the doorbell. That's not a hard thing to do, which is the camera and stuff on it. So, but any other cameras, yeah, I'll probably do my own. I won't do like ADT or what's the other ones? They've been running around with security companies have been running around our neighborhood now.
Literally.
I think I'm knocking on your door and they're like, "Hi, we're doing your neighbor's house."
Lie.
Or we may be at your neighbor's house or whatever. And then some of them just want to like sell you the sign to put up, which seems a little shady to me, but okay. But number one, why would you want to tell anybody you have a security system in place? It won't deter anybody who really doesn't care. And number two, why would you want to tell them what kind you have just in case they know the crack or whatever, or the tips and tricks of those companies? So no. So don't come rob my house, but you get the idea. We're never gone. We're always here.
Now we're never gone.
I mean, really, try to,
Both cars
break
are
into
usually
somebody's
in the
house
driveway
during a
and-
pandemic. Nobody's going anywhere. Blah. Shotgun near the nightstand seems to be a good one.
We have a vicious cat.
It's the only camera you need. Yeah,
That's all we need.
true. I mean, come on. I have got a huge sword. I'll show you sometime.
What else? What else are we doing this August? And who can believe it's
People with
August
cameras usually
already?
have a history. Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand having the cameras, man. You want to protect your home.
No judgment, guys. No
No.
judgment. That's our motto. No judgment. Oh. That was scary.
Okay.
I'm just seeing if they're awake.
They're awake. Knowing how tall you are? What was this? They're awake. They're awake. Gary's tall. Okay, good to know.
I'm not scared of tall people. My baby
You're
brother.
tall.
I know, but
You
my
grew up
baby
with tall
brother
people.
was 6'6", so
True. Baby brother. That's too funny. Too funny. I guess, yeah, you want to protect your investments. You want to protect your inventory if you have a lot of stuff at home. So I totally get why you want cameras. I'm always afraid I'm going to see something weird and paranormal on them when I watch them again. And that kind of, I watch too much paranormal TV, obviously. So I'm going to answer that.
Nice, no money G. Way to use that camera.
My neighbor's house. What?
They spray painted the neighbor's house because he had footage that caught the kids.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kimmy's 5'6". That's it. That's average. Yeah. That's
my mom's like 5'4". So
how did that happen? Was your dad tall?
Yeah, he was over 6 feet.
Okay.
The women were. My grandma was short. His mother was short, but the men were all 6 feet or taller, and the same thing on my mom's side. I have tall jeans.
My dog only attempts to eat the mail and garbage people. We used to have a bigger dog, so we had a lot of beware of dog signs.
We still do.
We still have the signs, you know, and actually the signs do a pretty good job at keeping people away from you too. Oh my gosh.
7'1"? Kimmy, holy moly.
Yikes.
Her last hubby. So in other words, she had multiples.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Grandma was
102. Bless her.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's always 6'7".
fun. It's a tall person.
And because I was used to like my brother being 6'6"
West Side Gear
when we were growing up,
6'1", 6'2".
I was very used to his height. But then when you would go to a function or whatever, and then somebody of average height would be standing there trying to talk to him, looking up, and like, oh yeah, he is really tall. Or either that or they're really short.
Yeah, you're just used to it at that point. It's always helpful to have those people around just to take stuff off the top shelf. That's the way I look at it.
Oh, right? That's why my short mother had tall children.
That's right.
Get stuff off the top of the refrigerator.
She couldn't hide the cookies up above.
Oh God, no.
No.
My brother would find them.
There you go. See?
My brother could eat a dozen cookies in a sitting.
Kids kept throwing old laptops on their porch roof. What? Why? What?
So that's a thing.
Waste of a perfectly good old laptop.
That's a thing. Throwing laptops on people's roofs.
Where are they getting the laptops and why? It doesn't make any sense.
Around here, it's like throwing sneakers over top of the power lines.
No, that's
is that something else?
That's something
symbolizes
else.
something else.
Yes,
Never mind.
It's supposed to be like, you know,
that's
drug dealing or something. Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know.
I'm thinking that the kids just saw somebody else do it and thought, "Oh, this is funny."
Well, it's a mean thing to do to a kid if you take their sneakers and do it.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's a lot of those around here. Greg needs to move. You've got some weird people in your neighborhood, Greg.
And Jennifer just gets her car peed on. Ew.
What? What is wrong with people today? I don't get it. What the hell? Is it animal or a person? That's what I want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't need to know. Just the fact that there's pee on your car is kind of gross.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, perfectly horrible waste of a good laptop. I mean, old laptops have money in them. You don't just throw them on top of people's roofs. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, whatever. Time to place a bucket near your car.
Did you notice though that none of these people in the chat said what they were going to do this week for accountability?
Well, they're kind of off on their own thing. All right, drop the accountability, kids. What are you going to do?
They're all avoiding it.
You got 2 days before we come back and check in. Human. Ugh. God, I don't think I'd want to pee on anybody's car, but hey. All right, Dave, we'll make you the first guinea pig. What is your accountability for the next couple days?
What's accountability?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Kimmy.
Do I need to get out my Webster's?
Sorry,
Kimmy.
No, please don't. People have already done that. Mary's dropped it a few times. Let's see, not today, but in previous chats.
What?
The definition of accountability, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
it doesn't have to be...
List, pack, repeat. Exactly.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't...
Sort stuff.
Find more on YouTube auctions.
That's
that's a good one.
I'm always with that. I'm all over that.
What else? It never has to be like... I think people get freaked out by accountability because they think it's got to be like this big, huge project. But if you can get one project, like a goal of one project, unfortunately, our project of moving the desk and everything is kind of large.
We can break it up into small bite-sized pieces.
But we have to do it before Thursday.
I know. Moronic Pest is going to do some cement repair around the house. And that's...
Yeah. Well, I'm good with that
That's
because
as
those
accountable
of us,
as you want to get. That's fine.
Those of us who are self-employed have to also make time to do home things
Yeah,
like
it's
cut the
true.
lawn.
Cut the lawn. Oh, we got to do lawnmower.
Oh yeah, remember last week Thursday when I said I'll see you guys later? I have to go cut the lawn. Yeah, well,
It didn't work out.
a chunk of change later, we bought an electric lawnmower.
The lawnmower we had was dying anyway. It wasn't dying. It would run, and the self-propel still worked. But getting it to run was the hard part. And it was a pull start. It's not an electric start. So it finally just didn't want to do that no more.
And then it died in the middle of cutting the back lawn.
I mean, so
and
the plug was fine. It had compression. Again. It just wouldn't fire. And I'm like, I'm not thinking with this anymore. Had gas, so don't go there. And it had airflow. The filter was not clogged. And I used some starter fluid on it. It didn't help. So she'd put up with it enough. And she's the one that usually mows the lawn. It's her thing. So I'm like, let's get a decent mower. So
we went to
Lowe's,
our big box hardware store and looked them over, and Dawn wanted to get me an electric, and I was like,
43%.
Obviously not with the times, because I'm thinking electric means I have an extension cord trailing behind me and I'm going to mow over damn extension cord.
That was funny. That was funny. She's like, I ain't dragging a cord around. I'm like, cord? What?
I'm usually more up with it than that, but apparently not as far as electric lawnmowers. And this sucker
not anymore, honey.
Oh my god,
it's the 60s.
It doesn't hardly make any noise. It's got this big honking brick of a battery, and oh my god, that dog is snoring. Holy moly!
Just quiet. Maybe we can hear it. No, probably can't.
Our little cord. No cord. What? Yeah. See, Mary, I told you.
No cord. It's a miracle. Modern science. It works out well.
All right, I don't mind mowing the lawn. But yeah. So
Eagle Heart sales. Gonna list some. Sales are down 43% from last month. Ouch. That does hurt. There is a bit of a slump. Is it 43% down? I know I do this to D all the time, and I'm sorry. Is it 43% down from last year at this time though? Because if it's not, I mean, there's always a summer slump, it seems, depending on what you're selling. Lawnmower like a Roomba. There you go.
See, the problem with that is I have a ton of flower gardens, especially in the front yard. And so my fear would be that the Roomba lawnmower would run over all my hostas and perennials. So I'd just rather do it myself.
You'd have to teach it, like, put stakes up or something. My eBay is up 78.6% from 31 days ago and 211.
Wow.
211 from a year ago. There you go. Somebody's rocking it. Nice job. Oh, electric works mower? I'm not sure what that is. I have to go look that up. All right. Go, Gary. Go. 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 Get some work done.
Go for it, Gary.
Yeah, we're winding down here anyway. We're just yakking about lawnmowers. We've gone from reselling to lawnmowers.
I know, but I thought we should share. So basically, when we make a big purchase like this, it's like any holiday that
it's a gift
is associated with getting a gift is like, so we get in the car after
Merry
loading
Christmas,
this
honey. Happy birthday.
Large
Happy New
size
Year.
Box into our back of our car.
Happy Hanukkah.
And then it's like, yeah. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, Happy
Easter.
Birthday, Happy St. Patrick's Day, anything that, you
Kwanzaa,
potentially
we're on
get a
it.
gift,
Yeah,
I'm now covered. And then she also said this is like buying your wife an iron.
Or a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, dear, I'm getting you this gift. Here's a gift of a vacuum cleaner. It's not the best gift to give your wife, but if she'll use it, yeah, I know.
And the grass does have to be cut because they tend to frown on that where we live. So if it doesn't get cut.
They don't frown on it necessarily here. Not as bad as in the city. We don't have a homeowners association or anything like that. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to close it down because people have to go do their real jobs and not just sit and yak with us. We appreciate you being here. If you want to drop a like, go ahead. I'm not in it for the likes, but feel free. And we'll see you on Thursday if you got nothing better to do. Thanks for coming by.
And even if you do have something better to do, come see us.
You still could.
Peace out, you guys.
Peace out. Bye.